It's a big city, New York. A lot of people. A lot of cars. A lot of noise. A lot of money. Cash money. Green stuff. Moolah. Jacksons, Grants, Franklins, hand to hand, 1,000 times over. No hand is clean, no bill is clean, but everyone wants to touch. Let 'em wonder. Sure, I'm a private eye. Frank Lupo's my name. I'm here on a job. This caper is a pilfering job, big one. $966,000. Nice nest egg for someone, but it's ready to crack. They don't make crooks like they used to. My great-grandfather, back in the old country, he ran off with a duke's daughter and his best horse. Killed every roughneck sent into the mountains to track them down. She was a tall, black-haired beauty, and he was a fierce, scraggly guy who never slept under a roof in his entire life. He did what his blood told him to do. After she died in childbirth, people heard him howling at the moon the whole winter long. That's how our clan got the name of Wolf. In spring, a hunter found him dead on her grave, clutching a baby girl. My grandmother. I like stories like that. They end just the way they have to. Something else I like is pipes. Tubes, tunnels, chimneys, all kinds of pipes. You know why? Same reason. Because whatever goes in one end has to come out the other. No matter where it is. Inevitability. That's just something I appreciate. Maybe because it's the key to the racket I'm in. This gig, for me, this is a sweet one. In the beginning, I passed a lot of hours just sitting outside fancy hotels. Bingo. Inevitability, modern version. No one starts out wanting to do matrimonials. Me, like lots of private eyes, personal mystery got me hooked. My father's death. When I was 10, they fished his body out of the East River. Still haven't cracked that one, but no hurry. I'm the type, I try to like wherever my feet are leading me at the moment. I mean, at least you can enjoy the lingo. You can say, a dame in Washington Heights once got a fox fur out of me, like Dana Andrews in Laura. You can enjoy the dames, too. Women like a guy who can talk on his feet, and I can't talk. Problem is, I fell for one such woman. Hard. You can't help it when they sit on your desk that way with the legs and the high heels. This one is class all the way. Ilsa is her name, an estate planner by trade. So what do you think I do the minute Ilsa's divorce settlement goes through? No fox fur, no. I bring her an engagement ring. It's got a pearl in it. It was my father's, his lucky ring. It's the only thing I inherited from him, aside from an old typewriter. So Ilsa tells me very nicely that she'll happily marry me if I put not a lucky pearl, but a 5-carat diamond on her finger. She comes from a clan of bankers, see? People who build bridges and power plants.
No, it's sort of a family tradition, you understand?
Like a test?
I guess. To marry in, you have to prove you're practical. Someone who lives in the world and not in your mind. We're not sentimental people, see?
I'm practical. I know just which uncle will lend me the money for the ring.
No. It has to be on the black side of the ledger. It's about boldness. About showing you can make the big score and then just hand it over.
Ugh.
And then you get me.
Very nice. Very smart. Very sexy woman.
And loyal as a hound dog. long as you always, always live in the truth. Unlike my ex. Listen, Frank, I'm crazy about you. You're the best lover I ever had. And you're sweet, too, and fun. There's just one thing that makes me the teensiest bit uneasy.
What? The fact that I'm 30 years old and broke.
No, the fact you're 30 years old and surrounded by your childhood stuff.
Oh.
What are these?
My kid brother and I used to act out stories with these. You know, make them talk. Do fairy tales or Pinocchio or made up stuff. It's all right. It's all long in the past.
Good. Because you and I are going into the real world and we're going to do like real people. Turn over and I'll give you the back rub of all back rubs. Yes.
Oh.
Yes, Ilsa was as real and fine as could be, for a man who could keep his feet on the ground. And that kind of challenge, well, just now in my life, it has a special kind of appeal to me. My mother passed away just a month ago, buried right next to my father. And ever since they opened up that grave, well, that's another story. But Ilsa, right off, Ilsa cheats a little, professionally speaking, and helps me out. She puts me on the trail of a very large payoff. She has a fourth cousin, see, who has a 4-story department store and also a very big problem. Old man Kraft trusts no one and shares his money with no one, even though he's got money to burn. He does a straight cash business, and every sale shoots through the pipes right down to the counting room, where the cashier drones make the change and shoot it back up. Every item goes into a ledger book, and old man Kraft watches it go in 14 hours a day, 6 days a week. He's been sitting in the same chair since the store opened 20 years ago. Doesn't even get up to pee. An entrepreneur with cast iron bowels and a cast iron accounting system. And yet, somehow, Kraft's Emporium has been hemorrhaging money. About $150 a day, every day, almost from opening day. No one's been able to figure out how, even the experts. It's driven the old skinflint close to insane.
Mr. Kraft, I'm going to solve your mystery for you.
Congratulations. You're the 11th guy in 11 years to tell me that.
11 is a lucky number.
Lupo, time is money. You got something, spill it.
Okay, look. The other snoops before me, they studied the ledgers. They used marked bills, they used marked inventory, they used every trick. But they didn't use this ledger.
What's that?
Personnel file. Sick time, vacation, and transfer records. You see, you can't be too much a scientist. When you read through a book like this, you gotta read it like a novel.
Oh, cut the crap. Give me the bottom line.
You got a few people here, Mr. Kraft, whose patterns catch my eye. First, you got Tootie Tyler in the bedding department. She's been out sick more than any other employee. 14 major and minor surgeries. She weighs 270 pounds. She can hardly walk.
Well, what are you saying? She's eating the merchandise?
I'm focusing on compulsives. People who can't stop doing something. Next, there's Charlie Pengelly, currently in lingerie. He's asked for transfers 21 times. He's worked in every department in the store except hardware.
Yeah, so he's laid every skirt who works for me. Big deal. So what? It's his old dick he's wearing out. Pay attention.
Look, nobody steals my merchandise. The beginning of this year, we hired a new janitor, and he walked off with a hat the first day. It's an alpine fedora with a speckled feather. You know what? He did 6 months of work off of that hat.
Mr. Kraft, there's one employee here who's never missed a day of work in 20 years. Not one day. Now, doesn't that strike you as odd?
It strikes me as dumb. And that's Vito Castelli, head janitor. And he's too dumb to steal from me. Do you know what his job is? To bring me soup every day from the deli and to take these piss cans out of here. That's it. That bunch of keys we let him carry, that's for show.
Dumb is a game a smart guy can play. Why is the man getting paid for show? There's a story here for a guy with a nose.
Mr. Lupo, does a smart man walk into an elevator when the elevator isn't there? You like stories? Ask around. They'll tell you Vito Castelli's story. Now get busy. You're on my time.
It was true. Vito had fallen down an open elevator shaft his first week on the job. He was a bumpkin from upstate, hired on as a porter, was dragging cartons down the freight elevator from the 3rd floor, and just disappeared. The cartons were left sitting there on the landing. 3 days later, the elevator engineer found Vito at the bottom of the shaft in a coma. The door had opened, see, but the elevator was stuck up on the 4th floor. I hate that. They're going in, but they look like they're going out. Parking tickets are a fact of life in this racket. It's not like Naked City anymore. You don't get to ride up on the curb and slam the doors. So there's Vito in a coma, a whole week in intensive care. When he finally comes out of it, old man Kraft is at the bedside with a proposition. You can sue me, he says, and you might get some dough, maybe. Or instead, you can take a job for life, union wages, just walk around the store with some keys, do an errand or two. Never have to worry about the money again. Just sign the paper here. So Vito signs. He has a wife at home who's sickly. Nobody knew about that. So they sent for her. As soon as Vito put his mark on the paper, the poor woman probably thought he'd run off. Hello? Someone there? Vito? Vito Castelli?
Sorry, he's not home.
Oh, sorry. I could come back. Do you know when he'll be in?
Any minute now. Who are you?
I'm Frank. Frank Lupo. I didn't know that Vito had any...
Lupo? That means wolf, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's me. The wolf at your door. But I'm an honest wolf. I'm Frank, you know?
I knew you were coming, but I thought it would be tomorrow.
You knew? How did you know?
Come in and wait. It's okay. I'm his daughter. I'm Bianca.
Shouldn't open the door to people.
There's nothing to steal here but an old sewing machine. Come in here, I'm almost done.
Wow, a Model J. I haven't seen one of these in years. You do piecework? My mother used to do piecework at home.
No, those are my father's. They're from Kraft's Emporium. I make these.
These? Are you kidding? Incredible. They're beautiful. Oh, and hats. Perfect. I feel like... It's like... deja vu. I grew up in this neighborhood, you know? And when I was little, I used to go with my father. He was a sewing machine repairman. We'd come on a house call, and the door would open, and there'd be this little universe inside with people and a sewing machine right in the middle.
You repair machines? This one, if I go the least bit fast, the stitches undo.
Oh, that's easy. Let me see. Here, look, Bianca. You see this little screw here on the shuttle? You have a little tiny screwdriver?
My father has lots of little tools. He doesn't like me to touch them, though.
Oh, am I making a problem for you? Because I could go and come back.
No. As long as you talk to me. Your voice. I like it.
Last machine like this I saw, I'll never forget it. I was about 10. A summer morning, top floor apartment. They opened the door, they let us in. A middle-aged woman and her daughter. They had two machines facing each other. My father let me service one of the machines all by myself. My first job. So I get to work on the machines, and all of a sudden I hear this voice. A boy's voice. So I look around, and what do I see? In an armchair, propped up, there's this boy I hadn't noticed before. 17 or 18. No arms, no legs. Just a head sticking out of this sort of knitted tube they've got him in, like a big sock. And he's talking away. Good-looking kid, cracking jokes, teasing the two women, asking us crazy questions. I mean, he had us all laughing nonstop. He was the girl's kid brother, see? And they spent their days working there in that little place with the sun coming in and the boy talking to them to keep them company. That was their entertainment. See, his voice.
That's the best sound there is, a voice. Like the radio. You get lost in it.
The thing is, everybody had a job and they were happy. They took care of each other. Now that's a family, my father told me later. That's the kind of story he loved. That's why he liked house calls, and me too. He just loved stories. He would endlessly tell old stories or read them to me and my kid brother Teddy.
Me too. My mother used to read to me every single day. From these books. I love stories better than anything.
You do? You have a scrap piece of cloth?
Here. Use this ugly thing. It's alright, no one wants them.
Great old machine. There. But you can't break that. Go ahead, try.
I like bets. You win. You get to keep it. Oh, that's the cranberry bread. Do you want a piece? Let me get you some. It's really good.
That's funny. That's really funny. The girl in the story, the young one, she was baking too. Some kind of cake. She gave us all a slice. And I remember the way she fed her brother. How tender she was with him. How her hands touched him. And that's when I noticed how truly beautiful she was. She was very quiet, shy, but she had the deepest, kindest eyes. I'll never forget those eyes. I dreamed of them after that lots of times. Last night, in fact. I dreamed last night that, you know, I was saying before about this deja vu feeling. What am I doing? She says she likes stories, and I wind up spilling my guts. Concentrate now. It's the way she looks at you. Blabber out your life history if she wants it, but remember what you came here for. Okay, now, focus. If she looks at you that way, just think about $1 million hiding in the dark somewhere, and keep the mouth moving. Listen, this is weird, but would you mind if I looked in that closet?
Why?
Well, I had this dream last night. Please don't be spooked.
No, dreams matter to me.
Well, it's a dream I've had a number of times. The first time I was about 10. I dreamed I went into my father's closet, see? But we were never allowed. He had his camera stuff there. And all his old rare books. The smell of it used to give me a thrill, you know? So in the dream, I felt my way in the dark behind all that stuff. And I found a trap door there on the wall. A secret door to a narrow tunnel. So I squirmed my way through and I came out into another room. And there was a sewing machine and a clock on the wall and a girl sitting there with her back to me. And when she turned around, it was her. That same girl with the beautiful eyes.
And she wasn't even startled. She told me to come in and sit and keep her company. And there was a slice of cake for me on a plate. And those eyes of hers, they're just exactly like... After I woke up the first time, I told my kid brother the dream. And the two of us went into the closet to look for that little trap door. We couldn't find it. Teddy wanted to go through that tunnel as bad as me. We looked for it I don't know how many times. It almost broke his heart. He believed in stories right down to his bones. He didn't go outside. See, he was a shut-in.
Oh, he was like me. I haven't been outside in a long time. But tomorrow I'm going out.
You're not sick, are you?
No. Tomorrow my dress will be ready.
Teddy had leukemia, see? That's why I read to him all the time and acted out stories with our frog and our Indian. He would dream the same dreams I did. He was only 7 when he died.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I really apologize, Bianca. I have no right to come here and tell you a dream like that.
Listen, I have dreams too. That girl you dreamed of all those times? It was me, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was you.
You thought it would scare me if you said that.
It scares me.
The door is locked. My father keeps the key.
I better go. I'll come back when he's here.
He's late. I asked him to get me lace for the dress.
I'll come tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow. Same time.
No, that's too long to wait. Come in the morning.
But won't your father be at
The
work?
dress will be all ready by morning. All ironed and everything. I'll put it on for you.
All right. Good morning. Make sure to keep this door locked.
This city. Some people have nothing better to do than make life tough on a guy. Oh. My mouth's going a mile a minute, and I'm moving backward the whole time.
Neckties? He's not pilfering those neckties, you idiot. Those are his Christmas bonus.
Bonus?
Yeah, for a perfect time card, never a minute late. He wins the prize every year. 50 ties. The ones we can't sell. He must have 1,000 of them by now, yokel, and you still think he's smart.
Look, you pulled something on him way back when. He hasn't forgotten that.
All right, so he's waiting me out. So what? Plenty of people want to be there the day I croak. Let him wait.
You still eat the soup he brings you every day?
Where's your faith in your fellow human saps? What the hell are you doing?
I don't get it. It went on easy.
Oh, maybe your ears grew. Come on, Seamus, give me a ride home at least.
I can't.
You...
Cops towed my car. I'll get you a cab.
Ah, a walk. And you want to marry my cousin Ilsa? She's a piece of ass, if I remember. There's not a chance. Lupa.
This stuff, it does nothing. Don't look so worried. What you cooked was fine.
Pop, I have something to tell you. Someone was at the door today. I let him in.
You what?
It's all right. He said he came to see you, But he really came to see me.
You've been told to never, never let anyone in here. That's trouble. Who was it?
Frank Lupo is his name.
Yeah, that's a name he gave you.
No, Pop, he's truthful. Twice this week, I dreamed that a man was trying to find his way to our door. Why do you think I worked so hard on this dress? And you see? He did come to me. I was right.
Bianca, dreams are for children. Life isn't a fairy tale.
Then what is it? And what am I?
Your mother's child, that's what.
And what if I am? Is that bad? She was crazy, you can say it if it's so.
Not crazy, ill. She had dreams full of miracles, too.
Do you think of her? Do you?
Your voice is her voice. Your laugh. It's her laugh.
My laugh. Look at me, Pop. Do you know how long it's been since I went outside? Don't you care that I cage myself in these rooms day after day?
What is this mood?
These things that you bring me. For what?
For making yourself pretty like every girl. Bianca, I care more about you than anything in this world. I want you to go out. I want you to grow and be happy, but not with this man.
Why not?
Listen, do you want to go with me on a big ship and see the corners of the world? Your mother and me, we talked about that wish 100 times. We'll do that. You and me, I promise. The South Seas, Tahiti. On the day that old miser Kraft dies.
He won't die. Not as long as he knows you're waiting. Pop, I'm 25 years old, and I've never been touched by a man. I want to be touched. I'm going to be.
I'll tell you this much, and I don't say it to hurt you, Bianca. That man who came here today, he's a phony, a snoop. He came here to touch something, all right, but not you.
Why do you say that?
Tell me, did he ask about the closet? Well?
Yes? What's in the closet, Pop? What's in the closet?
Nothing.
He's coming back tomorrow.
Not in here, he's not. I forbid it, you hear?
Then I'll go outside to meet him. In my dress.
And what do you think would happen even if you could?
Pop, even Cinderella got her hour to feel desired.
Do you think life is going to give you or anybody a happy ever after?
All I want is my hour.
You have a problem. You like that woman.
You don't have a problem.
2 women is a problem.
Dad, I'm trying to write something here.
You know, if I thought my son was going to wind up writing Snoop reports on that typewriter, I would have thrown the damn machine down the incinerator along with the books.
Wouldn't fit in the incinerator.
I'd make it fit. You're trying to prove that you're not what you are. But life won't let you get away with that, trust me.
Why should I trust you? You're dead.
The hell I am. I'm inside you.
Well, how do you like it in here?
Better than you like it.
After all these years, you should have stayed put.
Hey, I didn't dig me up.
Dad? Why'd you do it?
Do what? Oh, you think you know something.
Well?
You're the detective. You figure it out. Hey, Go answer your door.
That's another hazard of this racket. People you help put away, sometimes they have friends.
Make him love me.
Do I know what I'm doing? Hell no. Just keep walking and talking. That's the way to go.
Is something wrong?
No. No, it's beautiful. Where are we going?
I don't care. As long as you walk with me.
What do you want to see?
The street where you grew up.
Yeah? Come on. God, what a great hat.
I think she went out.
Don't be crazy. She never goes out. Not once in the whole month we've been here.
She never has visitors either, till yesterday. I'm telling you, I heard the doorbell and I heard the door shut, and now I don't hear anything.
Let me hear, dingbat.
You call me Maxine, you sack of manure.
Maxine, oh, baby. Be nice to my mama.
Aldo, you be nice now and shut up, okay, baby?
Quiet! I think there's no one there.
Duh.
All right, we go back to plan A. You got the tools?
Yeah. And if I get in, I'll bang on the wall and you can chisel away.
If you get in, you take the money from the closet and you run, you moron.
Oh, yeah, right.
Eager and stupid, not a good combination.
Who says the money's in the closet? That mutt? Look at all the time you made us waste cutting through a goddamn concrete wall.
Listen, Miss Maxie Pat, I spent a lot longer than that waiting for this pot of gold here to fill up. And don't call Hannibal a mutt. He's got more savvy than you and this Neanderthal put together.
It's Neanderthal, mama.
Get moving.
There. I used to be able to see a little piece of the Queensboro Bridge from my window. And see there? That's where I live now. You see the fire escape with the air conditioner? And see here? Here's where my father and mother first actually met. She was 6 or 7 years old. She had put her head in between these bars here and couldn't get it out. So she's here crying, and some kids come along, and they're tormenting her. And my father walks by, and he takes on this one bully and lays him out. He was chivalrous, see? He was always reading Rudyard Kipling and Walter Scott and fighting for some kid getting picked on. So then some grown-ups came along, and you know how they got her out? They turned her sideways and pushed the rest of her through like a baby being born, you know? My father, he got on the other side and caught her. It was his idea, see?
Gee, it's like he brought her into the world. And she fell in love with him after that?
Let's just say they were in each other's blood. His family moved away to Jersey for a while, and when they came back, he met her again at a social club dance. Come on, I'll show you. It's about a block. You have to look. Oh, excuse me, sorry.
No, it's okay. Aldo, Mr. Pico, where the hell are you going?
Home?
Home? You live next door.
Oh, yeah.
Nearly a month and you still don't know your own address. You were supposed to see me at 10 this morning, Aldo. You don't want to go back to jail, do you?
No, Mr. Pico, not now, no. I'm all changed, I swear. Straight as an arrow, a gentleman and a scholar.
Clothes make the man, Aldo. You've got the right idea. But missing one of our little meetings, that's very bad. You know what you did? You made me walk. And you know the problems I've got with my feet.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. My mama, see, she wanted...
Your mother. What you've put that poor woman through, Aldo. I'm gonna cut you a break. Come on, we'll do the interview now.
Now?
Now, come on. I gotta get out these dogs. Your mother can make me a nice cup of tea.
It used to be right over there. The social club. She had on this dress she had made herself. She was a looker, my mother. But with a spirit pure and transparent as water. So, of course, my father fell for her. But she held back. He scared her to death, I think, with all that intensity. It was wartime, too. He had been through basic training, and he was shipping out to Nam. They managed a couple of dates. They met on the street because her father was a nut. He threw all her suitors down the stairs. Right here was their meeting spot. Right here by the steps of the Slovak church. So they made picnics at the zoo. They walked by the river.
Oh, the river. Well, my mother used to take me there when I was little. Can we go there?
The river? I guess. It's just a few blocks. Say, you sure you want to hear all this?
Yes.
So the river, the Natural History Museum, whatever was free. They went to the San Gennaro Fair. He won a ring. This ring here. But she wouldn't take it. She told him to wear it himself for luck. Then he shipped out. And he wrote her these incredible letters. I mean, incandescently romantic letters, just full of poetry. I read them just recently. And since then, he's been haunting me, my father, after all these years.
And the ring was lucky?
He came back 2 years later, but not in one piece. It's heartbroken. You can see in the letters how he wore himself out, how the poetry dimmed. She didn't return his feelings, see? Or let's just say she reflected them back at him, like water. In the last letter, he's on his way home, and he tells her he'll be waiting at the meeting spot at the usual time with a bunch of flowers in his hand. It's desperately hopeful, that letter. There's no more letters after that.
She didn't show up?
He stood right there by the steps with those flowers. But it didn't end there. Come on, I'll show you.
This is beyond gracious of you. Truly, each time I see you, I
Oh,
find...
it's no bother, Mr. Pico.
Please, Roger. All my wayward boys, if only they had mothers who taught them to better themselves. Your mom, she's a woman of class.
Oh, sure. I know. She's imperial.
You're making me blush, you two.
He spent his time at Wallkill improving his diction.
A tycoon has to talk good, Maxie.
And you? Do you believe in self-improvement too?
I'm an artist.
She designs hair. Oh, but she's got big business ambitions. Isn't that right, Maxie, dear?
She has tonsorial ambitions.
That's right. A little capital is all that's missing.
There you go. The American way. Harry Truman started as a haberdasher.
A what?
A man who sells hats and ties, Aldo. Things of quality.
That's me. Could you spell that word for me?
You go look that word up, Aldo. You call this dog Hannibal? Why?
He bites.
This little harmless doggy? What a brute! Aldo, to mother love. Yeah. Huh? Yeah.
Wait. See that bench there? I'll finish the story. 4 years went by, see? No contact between my mother and father. Then one day, my mother's sitting on that bench there with her cousin Rosalie, and my father goes strolling past. He was a big walker, my father. And my mother nudges Rosalie and says, "See that guy there? He and I used to..." And just then, he turns around, and he sees her, and he comes running over, all lit up. Rosalie told me this story. She said she never in her life saw anyone so excited to see somebody. He picked my mother right up off the ground.
A long wait is the secret to all the good love stories.
Yeah. But the thing is, this was just 2 days before her wedding to this other guy, George or Serge or somebody. And my father, he's this gallant, courtly guy. So when she tells him, he swallows hard and wishes her all the happiness.
Aww.
So the day of the wedding, the whole crowd, the fancy ceremony, the priest asks the usual question. Anyone know of any impediment to this union, etc.? And my father stands up and back and calls out, "I do." And he actually comes up to the altar and tries to stop the wedding. And the bride's crazy father jumps in. And the best man and the groom too. And they're all wrestling because he's wiry like a cat, my father, and the priest is trying to break it up. And what happens? My father slugs the priest by mistake, knocks him cold, breaks his jaw, so they can't do the wedding, see?
Oh my God, what a story!
And the groom, his face went pale. And a week later, it was still pale. And my mother, well, her hand was forced. She changed things around and married my father after all. They eloped. She never did wear the pearl ring, though. He wore it.
They eloped, I love it.
Yep, down the fire escape, the whole bit. And a year later, here I am.
How does it feel to come into this world out of a love like that?
Oh, I don't know. Out of a madness, I would call it. An impulse, an idea, delusion. I have plenty of words for it.
A story. My mother said once, it's the children waiting to be born that make every love story happen. I was little, but I never forgot that. Oh, I remember these steps. I used to run down them.
Come on, this way. So what about your parents? They have a story too?
Sure, but not like yours. Theirs was sad. They were just country kids. They ran off to get married. They had to. Came to the city, and my father went from job to job, pushing brooms, when all he ever wanted was to sail. And then one day he had an accident at work. Days passed, and we had no idea where he was. I was 6 at the time. I remember standing at the window all day waiting for him to come home. Because that's what we used to do, my mother and I. Watch for him. And he was always on time, 5:30 sharp. So my mother went practically crazy. And then finally there came a call from St. Clair's Hospital. And she raced over there all hysterical. And she never came back. She was hit by a car, see? A block away from the hospital.
Jesus.
20 years ago, tomorrow. She was barely older than I am now. So this relative from upstate wound up moving in to take care of me. My great Aunt Morgan. And my father went back to work. They made him captain of the porters at Crafts. Poor man. I never saw him happy one day of his life. And meanwhile, Aunt Morgan was mean to me. She used to lock me in the closet for hours on end because I wouldn't get away from the window, see? I would stand there all day waiting for my mother to come back because it had worked for my father. And I never really believed she was actually dead. I thought she was lost. She used to get lost all the time when she took me places. She was a country girl. On the sidewalks, her eyes would just glaze over. If it was raining, she'd get wet and keep walking. I still dream about her. Walking around, trying to find her way home. So for being bad, I wound up sitting in the dark, crying. My Aunt Morgan would let me out of the closet just before my father got home. And she'd have dinner ready, and she'd be all sweet, a total fake, so he wouldn't believe me about what she did.
That's diabolical.
Oh, I hated her. But I got even. You know what I did? I decided to poison her.
You're kidding.
No, really. I read it in one of my books. I mixed insect powder in with the chocolate pudding. I was allowed to make pudding, see? My father, he never ate it. He hated pudding.
Did it work?
I'm not sure. See, halfway through supper, I got this awful stomach ache. My father and Aunt Morgan were having a quarrel. The first time. It was about money. She found money hidden in the apartment.
Hidden? Where?
I don't know. I was in agony. I actually passed out. I wound up in the hospital. My appendix, see? And when my father took me home about a week later, Aunt Morgan was gone. I never saw her again.
Jesus. Did you actually poison her?
My father never mentioned her again, and neither did I. She stole our money, that's all he said. And from then on, the closet was locked. I wouldn't go near it. You couldn't drag me. He only opened it if I was out of the room.
He kept it locked to protect you?
What we were doing was protecting each other. Because I'll tell you what I truly believed. I believed he had cut up Aunt Morgan's body and stuffed it inside the closet. Inside pillowcases, you know? To hide what I did.
Come on. You didn't really think that.
I did. And I knew that we had to make sure to never let any visitors come in. And to never leave the place empty. I knew it, just from the way he acted.
What about school? You had to go to school, right?
I was home tutored for a while. And then nothing. No one ever followed up on it. My father took it into his head that I was too frail. I used to faint a lot. I stayed home and read, that's all. My father brought me books from the library. I read all day. I taught myself to sew. I cooked. I listened to the radio. And I waited.
For what?
For you.
Listen, Bianca. See this ring here? A week ago, I tried to put it on a woman's finger.
You did?
I did. But she wouldn't take it.
If you put it on my finger, I'll never take it off, ever.
Bianca.
I'll die with it on.
Bianca, come. Let me show you something.
I was champion of my tier at Wallkill. I never told you that.
Very good. Very good, Aldo. But I think there's a C in Pecker.
Huh? Yeah.
Oh, Miss Maxine, I can tell. I can tell there's talent in those fingers.
Oh, yeah? I'm gonna have my own shop, see? Soon as a few little plans work out.
You have the heart of a true entrepreneur. That is my highest praise.
You come back next time, I'll give you a perm that'll change your life.
I'll be here tomorrow, 9 a.m. sharp. Oh, may I say you have a beautiful family here.
Oh, I'm blessed, Roger.
You are?
I know. More tea.
Yeah.
There. That's where the church was. Where my father punched the priest. It's gone. The priest is gone. People are gone. The bricks are gone. See here? Here's where my grandparents lived. And all their married sons and daughters lived in the apartments upstairs, next door. The whole clan, 30 cousins, giant meals, homemade ravioli. Everyone helped cook. Everybody talked at once. It's a power plant now. Listen, Bianca, stories are wonderful. But life, it's remorseless. My little brother Ted, we read him stories day and night. He died anyway. We couldn't stop it. My father, you know what he did the day Ted died? He took every book he owned and threw them all down the incinerator. A lifetime collection. Beautiful books that we were taught to handle like holy objects. I stood there watching him carry stack after stack out to the hallway. I'll never forget his face. Angry, desolate. I couldn't bear it. I ran up onto the rooftop and I watched this black plume of smoke spread out over the neighborhood.
You know what you're doing.
And I remember the stink of it, the grit between my teeth. And after that, my father, the great romantic, took this ring off his finger. It sank into a profound silence. Finally, one day, you know what he did? He drowned himself. That's right. Went for one of his walks, never came back. Left his shoes behind on the river promenade. Left me with something to spend the rest of my life figuring out. And my mother, she lived out her life permanently confused. And at the end, in a nursing home 3 blocks that way, whenever I went to see her, she didn't know who I was. She called me Teddy. She didn't remember my father at all. His love letters, nursed, fished them out of the trash and saved them for me. They would be ash now too.
Yes, pages burn. But stories don't. Stories are eternal. And you're here, all because a little girl put her head between some bars.
Eternal? This stone was a mountain once. Now it's a piece of a sidewalk, and it's going to wind up a speck of sand.
Right now it's a stone. And I can throw it, like David in the Bible. I can kill someone with it.
Do you want to kill someone?
I want you to kiss me and stop ruining my story.
What?
I won't go home without that.
Bianca. More than anyone else I've ever met, you should be kissed.
I'm not like everybody else. I'm not ashamed of that anymore. Because I know that for myself, I can make something no one else can. And give it to someone who wants it. I know that now. Trust me and you'll see. All right, I'll tell you what. See that soda can over there? If I can hit it with this stone on my first try, you kiss me, and you give me a ring to wear, and you fall in love with me and marry me and have babies and be happy ever after.
All that. Are you some kind of Annie Oakley? You been practicing?
With my left hand. Is it a bet?
Okay, it's a bet.
I win.
You scammed me.
Are you laughing at me?
God, no.
Come on, we crossed pinkies.
Bianca, oh my God. Jesus, what the hell's wrong with me?
It's nothing. I just fainted.
That's nothing?
I still do it sometimes. It's the sweetest feeling. It's just like turning to air. Don't be worried.
Come on. I'm gonna take you home now.
To your home? Are you going to make love to me now?
Make love to you? Bianca, do you know what that is?
Of course I do. I'll show you, come on. Is it too early? Is that it? Well, it isn't for me.
Bianca, it's...
All right. Tomorrow. Tomorrow at the same time. At that spot by the church where your poor father stood waiting. I'll be there, even if the sun falls out of the sky. Don't be afraid. Look. Look how it fits. Come. You can take me home now.
Vito Castelli didn't eat lunch with any of his co-workers. That much anyone could know by asking around. He was a brown bagger. A ghost. Percent of $966,211 is $193,242.20.
Down. I don't believe we've met. Lupo's my name.
You should put that out. You'll burn the goddamn place down.
Oh. I thought you were going to tell me it's against the law. You know? And that I could go to jail. You're a brave man. If I fell down an elevator shaft, I'd be using the stairs the rest of my life.
Well, I got a hard head. How hard is yours, Lupo?
Actually, I'm soft-headed. Everyone tells me that.
You're in the wrong business, Dad. Aren't you?
Soup time! Christ.
Mr. Kraft, I need a word with you.
So talk.
You might want to do this in private.
And talk low. I'm eating here. Jesus. Tastes like shit.
All right, look at these. They'll tell you the story.
Pictures? Show me. Go on. Oh, God. My guts on fire. Where's this?
In Vito's broom closet. Case closed, Mr. Kraft. We've got our man. The whole time you were doing him, he was doing you. 20 years worth. 6,260 days. 6,265 days counting leap year. Sorry, I got numbers on my brain.
Oh, 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 oh.
Bitch. Mr. Kraft.
So this janitor guy is intercepting the sales relays and making out dummy receipts?
Right. For less expensive merchandise. He sends that on down to the cashiers, and then he intercepts the return relay to put the original receipts back in with the cash.
And meanwhile pockets the difference.
Right. $10 or $20 a hit. More if someone pays with a big bill.
That's pretty smart. Simple, but smart.
Right. He limits it to maybe 10 hits a day on his lunch hour. Different pens so we can mimic different hands spread out over the store. Winds up looking like inventory's vanishing.
So what's the problem? You've got the proof, right?
Right.
And he's still got the money, right?
Right. No secret bank accounts, no safe deposit boxes. I covered all the angles. The cash is stashed in his apartment. He's afraid to spend it, I assume.
So?
So, with old man Kraft in a box at the crematorium, my condolences, Ilsa, I've got no one to tell this to. I've got no one to get my 20% from. And no commission. No diamond ring.
Is that it?
It's part of it.
Frank, what's bigger? 20% or 50? Look, being practical means being able to recognize good luck when it comes. That $1 million is up for grabs, so you go grab it before he starts spending it. You go show him these and that little report you write up. He either gives you the money or you go to the DA.
Well, then neither of us would have any money because
But
the DA...
that's how you wind up with half. Long as that broom closet's there and these photos, you've got him. Don't look at me like that. I don't want anything for me. I just want you. That solid you that you keep wrapped up inside these dreamy layers. You understand? I want us to use our intelligence and be happy.
I want us to be happy too. But there's a kind of sad story behind this guy.
Don't feel sorry for him. Why should you?
Well, that's the other part. He's got this daughter, see?
No, he's got this daughter.
I don't know how to explain it exactly.
Don't be too exact. Just get to the bottom line.
Well, I promised to meet her tomorrow morning over by the Slovak church.
Oh, this is good.
It gets better. She's got my ring on her finger. And she's not taking it off, no how, no way.
What a surprise. Dame got a ring out of you. You and Humphrey Bogart.
That's Dana Andrews.
Oh, so that's her name, Dana?
No, that's a movie actor. A guy. Look, I'm just trying to be frank here.
Being frank is your problem. She'll take the ring off. She'll take it off as soon as you stop impersonating some prince in some fairy tale.
Where does that come into it?
You're the one who makes that little fake pearl mean something. She's taking her cues from you. That's what women do.
Do you?
I didn't take the ring, did I? And that's why you want me.
For God's sake, I can tell you why I want you. You know, I do walk with my eyes open, and I stand just where I want to stand.
There now. That's sexy. Driver, forget the restaurant. Just take us home.
Going to bed is not going to make everything swell.
I have to tell you something. That family tradition about the ring, well, it's not exactly true. I made it up.
Why?
I had no choice, really. I could see you were the kind of guy that can't just fall in love, that you have to have a quest. Especially when the woman goes to bed with you as easily as I did. Admit it. As soon as you heard about that ring you had to buy, you got this lovely, inspired feeling. You relaxed. You eased up on the Sam Spade lingo.
Okay. What about your lingo? What about the always living in the truth spiel?
Listen, what if we try to be partners and not just lovers? What if we aim for a place where there are no walls at all, no roles, no fantasies that we keep from each other, no fears that we hide, no pleasures that we don't ask for and try to give each other? That's what I mean by the truth, no limits. You want to be a knight errant? Well, how's that for an adventure? Picture a fantastic city like this and picture us in it, but with no past to clutter us. What if we go there, Frank? You've never been there before. I know it, and neither have I.
How do you even know about it then?
Because I've looked for it. I've been a lot of places here. That's another thing you don't want to hear about, I know.
I've never let anyone lead me. Not since I was 12.
To grow means to change. Pinocchio changed from wood to flesh, didn't he?
Wood to flesh. And then into a donkey with big hairy ears.
What's this?
New Zealand, Hawaii, Bali.
What's happened? Why are you so...
It's finished. He's dead.
Old Man Kraft.
In his rat hole with his mouth wide open. No more Kraft Emporium, no more captain of the janitors, no more cups of piss, no more private investigators. Hello,
You're scaring me.
I'll calm down. We're gonna be happy now. I have so much to make up to you and to me too. Here, candles. Your mother loved them. Right after dinner, you start packing. Come on, celebrate!
Packing?
We're going! Like I promised you. As far from here as we can. Only one more day I have to go to that store and...
Pop, I can't go anywhere. Not now.
What do you mean, not now?
Pop, look at me. I'm in love.
That no good lying bastard.
Don't!
What did he do to you?
Nothing! But I wish he had.
Don't break your heart for this pretender, Bianca. Go in your room and pack your clothes.
I can't. Tomorrow I'm going to meet him, I promised.
No, even if I have to lock you in here.
Then you'll have to tie me up too, because I'll go out the window, so help me.
He won't be there. It's all changed now, don't you see? There's nothing he can get from me anymore, or you, now that old man Kraft's dead. He won't show up.
He will. And if he doesn't come to me, I'll go to him.
Every year this happens to you. Don't you realize? And worse each time. Every year, Bianca. Every year around the time your mother left us.
She died, Pop. If you can't say it, how can I believe it? I had a dream about you last night, Pop. A bad dream. I dreamed you were stuck in some kind of pipe. Only your head was sticking out. And you couldn't move or make a sound.
You were tangled up in the blanket.
No,
Where was this pipe?
under my bed. And I felt so sad for you. Because I couldn't get you out. And you couldn't move forward or back. And I looked at your face. And it was the sweet, kind face I remember from when I was little. From before Mom died. And then I realized that the father who for all these years was brooding around the apartment was not my real father. He was an imposter with some secret purpose. But I couldn't do anything to help you, Pop. The real you, because this pipe, it went through the floor and under the ground, and the other end, it was so far away no one could find it. So all I could do was get bread from the kitchen and break it and put it into your mouth. Tears ran down your face when I did that, Pop.
So, what does it mean? You're good with dreams?
Tell me.
No man ever got to crawl backwards out of his life, that much I know. And no man was ever birthed by his own daughter. That's all, no more talk. People shouldn't look under their beds. Just go and bring the food to the table while it's hot.
That's always been one of my favorite sounds. You know, there's a novel in here for someone with an eye. It's what I always thought you would be, a writer of stories. It's what I wanted for myself when I was young.
You should have done it then, instead of making a bonfire.
Hey, you think that day was fun for me? Gruesome, believe me, to lose faith that way.
Children die, Dad. It's part of the world.
Oh. Well, he died in his mother's arms. At least he had that. That poor woman, she never knew who I was, before or after. That was the hardest part.
You had the Pygmalion in you. You tried to write yourself on water. And the price for that is loneliness. Maybe that's what you really wanted.
Want. Now that's the hardest word in the language.
I know exactly what I want.
If you did, I wouldn't be here.
It's all right, I don't mind. It's kind of amusing being haunted. And don't worry, I won't make the same mistake you did.
There are no mistakes except in arithmetic. That's something I learned the day you were born. You know, that one with the legs, she could keep a man interested a long time. But the other one, she's a one of a kind, all right. Tough choice. Want to know what I think?
Oh, Jesus, you gonna preach?
You're in for it either way. Look, your mother squeezed you into this world, and the world's gonna squeeze you out again when it's done with you. In between, it's beautiful. Every inch along the way. And tragic, too. If you live inside your life, and not outside, like people do when they're scared. That's why the one thing that's gotta be there is hard. Courage, you know? For women just as much as men.
Both those women are plenty brave. It's me I'm worried about.
You? You've got heart to spare. Every dreamer does. Say, I'll tell you what. Whichever one of those women you don't choose, I'll start calling on her, okay?
Don't you say a word to either one of them.
I won't have to say a word.
And don't call me a dreamer. You're the dreamer, not me.
Yeah? So what are you doing right now? You see any actual words on that paper?
The place is empty. Go! Go! Yeah, Hannibal.
He's late. Or are you early?
Excuse me?
You're her, huh? The janitor's daughter? Oh, Frank.
Who are you?
I'm the person whose boyfriend has been playing games with you behind my back. He give you that ring? I want it.
Gave it to me.
Well, now you give it to me. All right, I'm going to tell you how all this is, and I'm going to say it fast before he shows up. You see this? In 30 seconds, I'll be on the phone with Jack Irwin in the DA's office. 15 minutes after that, your father will be in handcuffs in the back of a patrol car.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about a certain crooked janitor who embezzled from his employer, Kraft's Emporium. I'm talking about money that he has illegally in his possession. I'm talking about him going in shackles into a cage where he's really not going to like it unless you hand over that ring right now.
I don't know anything about any money.
Maybe you don't, but if you do, you're going the same place he's going, and without a suitcase.
I'll pay it all back. To put him in jail, you might as well kill him. I'll pay it somehow, every penny.
I don't want pennies. I want the ring. Now be smart and hand it over.
Can't. I gave a promise.
What are you, really? Look, I don't know what kind of story Frank told you, but I'm the one he's in love with.
You're not.
Have it your way.
No! No!
Hey, cut it out. That's enough, Ilsa.
You kept your friend waiting.
That's not fair, picking on someone defenseless.
Yeah, my feelings exactly.
That ring is all she has.
No, I'd say she has plenty more than that.
Why'd you come here? Just to prove a point?
I came here to help you live like a free human being.
How am I free, if you understand my soul better than I do? Who's doing the walking and talking then?
All right. I came here to fight for what's mine. The way my father taught me and his father taught him. Didn't your father teach you?
He taught me that nothing is worth fighting dirty for.
I guess he did. You know where you can find me.
What's the matter with your ears? Please say something.
What's in the suitcase?
Clothes? A hairbrush? Some old snapshots? I can't go back there. I'll only go forward now.
Did your father do something?
Please tell me. Are you truly who you say?
Me? What about you? You're... I don't know what you are. I feel like I'm walking into one of my dreams.
What's wrong with that?
The way they end, that's what.
Mine end happy. Some of them. Why are you so angry at me? Should I have let her take the ring? Are you in love with her? You can't be.
Listen to me. Things just don't work this way in the real world. Whatever we're doing here, I don't know what we're doing here.
You don't.
Just because some guy I don't even know falls down a hole. Look, if I'm going to make that kind of promise to someone, it's a dead serious thing. You have no idea. Listen, you should... Go home now. Go home to your father. Bianca. Home is the other way.
I told you I can't go there.
Dames. They're trouble, trouble, trouble.
Listen. Listen to me.
You keep saying that. I do listen. To every word you ever said to me. Every story you told is etched in me. Isn't that how it's supposed to be? Don't you want that? For the story of you to be understood that way? I want it. It's what I've wanted all my life.
Go home and wait. I'll come and talk to your father.
About what? About money and handcuffs?
No. About everything. I promise. Tomorrow morning. I've got to finish something first.
Easy as pie. Gee, nice stuff here.
It isn't you. Come on, the closet.
Wait a minute. What's that noise? What noise? Oh, shit. Nice doggy. Nice doggy. Come on, over here. Where'd you come from? I don't have a goddamn dog in the apartment.
Well, what the hell is that?
It can't be. It's a mistake. It's a mistake.
Aldo, what floor are we on?
Floor? Fourth? Right?
You know what you are. A dumbhead.
I don't think acrimony's gonna get us anywhere, Maxine.
Well, how about macaroni, huh? It's not gonna get us somewhere. I want my own hair salon, you hear me? I want it.
I know, baby. It's okay. Look, at least we can eat. Now we'll show him who's boss.
No mercy. Let him smell it cooking.
Hardest part of a case is after you crack it. Why do I have to learn this lesson over and over?
What do you want?
To talk.
You should make an appointment like everyone else.
I tried.
You ever hear of a telephone?
This isn't stuff to say on the phone. You want to hear it?
Go ahead.
You shouldn't smoke. Take it from a guy with lung cancer. I'll be quick. Long time back, I did something pretty awful. I killed a person. I didn't mean to. Just some innocent person. And I got away with it too. Like I got away with everything. But it ate at me, see? I got as low as you could get. I was a piece of scum on this earth. No good, drunken sea dog. Know what I did finally? I threw myself into the river. Right off the promenade. Jeez, it was cold. Next thing, some guy jumps in after me. And he's reaching out his hand, yelling at me to hold on. And I won't take it, see? I'm fighting him off, and he's fighting me back. And then we both go down. And it's black as night down there. When I come back up to the light, he's gone. I don't see him. And this weird feeling comes over me. Like maybe this guy was some kind of angel sent down to me. And right there, my life changed around. That feeling, it took hold inside me. I got myself back to the pilings. People pulled me out. And from that moment on, I tried to live my life like this whole works here means something.
All right, look, I don't have
No,
time.
you gotta let me finish. I gotta get this off my chest. I did good for myself after that, see? AA, the whole thing. I got a wife, kids, a business. You hear of Coral Reef Tours? That's me. With church people, too, my wife and me. Now I'm done for, though. So my conscience, see, I start doing some checking. Newspapers from 20 years back. There was no angel that jumped into the river that day. 3 days later, they fished the body out of the water down by the bridge pier. A guy named Lupo. Left a family. A guy nobody ever realized was trying to help someone. Your father. His heart must have gave out on the cold. I'll never forget how he reached out his hand to me.
What do you want from me?
Forgiveness?
That's not mine to give. My mother maybe, but you're too late.
I can't go out of this world this way. You gotta let me do something to help you. You need a job? You like traveling?
Find someone who really needs help. What about the person you killed? What about their family?
I don't know who it was. Not yet. It's a poor woman. Just ran out in front of my car. Never even looked. Just straight ahead like a deer from the woods. I can still feel that impact in my hands. I didn't stop. It was a stolen car, see? I ditched it 2 blocks away. And I ran.
You know, there's a guy like you in every cornball story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, you're a private eye, right? Maybe you can help me find that woman's people.
No. Try the city archive on 48th Street. Ask for Seymour. He helps me.
Well, hope I didn't bother you.
At least I can sleep with my window open again.
Maybe we'll meet up again.
I don't think so. Hey.
There's blood on this hand.
There's blood on every hand.
There. 20 years of filth. In the morning when they light the incinerator, it can turn to smoke just like old man Kraft. You're not talking to me?
You talk. I'll listen.
Then go. Go in your room and pack.
I was packed early this morning.
Did you go out today anyway? You left this place empty after everything I said?
I did.
And your gentleman friend?
Did he show up? Is that what you want to know? He did. And tomorrow morning he'll show up at that door.
You poor stupid child. Don't you realize what this man is after?
Open the closet, Pop. Open the closet and show me what he's after. Here, I'll do it. I know which key it is. I've seen it in my dreams 1,000 times. I know you think I'm a child. But why a stupid child? Because I want to believe that the world is good, and that people are good, and that something wonderful is going to unfold. That makes me stupid?
What we want to believe and what is are not the same.
Oh, but they are. And if not, we're just as pointless as all this stone and iron and glass around us. We're just a bunch of vibrating chemicals. You see? I read more than just fairy tales. I'm not so stupid.
Stay innocent, Bianca.
The innocent one is you. What's this?
It's money. They're sewed shut late at night on your machine. All but this last one.
Then it's true. Why?
By accident it started. At work, see, I found a place where the money pipes passed through, so I went one Sunday with my tools and I cut in. Then every day after that, a little bit. Old man Kraft robbed me, see, of everything. My whole life he sucked away from me because I dared to get hurt on his property.
Could have walked away from him any time.
No. Because once I started stealing, I couldn't stop without being caught. Couldn't miss even a day. Sick or not, I had to do the dance with the old miser. We had to be thieves together until one of us dropped dead. I knew it wouldn't be me. Every year I saw his blood pressure go up. I saw his piss turn blacker. I brought these dumb ties home every Christmas, even though they mocked me. I took pleasure in being mocked. I took pleasure in watching the private detectives come and go. And your gentleman friend? He's the latest in a long line of paid bloodhounds. Do you understand? What brings him to our door is the smell of this.
I spent my life sitting here next to your money.
Your money. Your money was for you all along. send you to the best college, to give you every chance in life I couldn't give your mother or myself, to give you a wedding like a princess in a book. I swear to you, for me this money means nothing except for how it could help you.
Help me? What chance in life did it ever give me? College? That's a joke. All this money ever did was rob you and rob me of whatever was left of our lives after Mom died. And now it's robbing me again. I don't want a penny of it anywhere near me, and I never will. And if you want to keep it near you, you'll suffocate for sure. You'll be just as shriveled and lonely as old man Kraft. He's dead, but he's still robbing you.
Teddy.
This world, you gotta love it. But you're torturing me with this stuff.
What's it all for? What are we here for?
To be eaten alive, like everything. And to make it mean something. It's alright, as long as you have the heart for it.
What about your heart? Was it a good, strong one?
Sure, considering it was glued together in a couple of places. Still just a tired muscle in the end.
I owe you an apology. I spent 20 dumb years trying hard not to be like you.
So you're gonna apologize for 20 years?
Well, you're planning to stick around that long?
Just till you get to work on what's important.
Oh, you mean your story?
No, I mean your story. The one you gotta break your heart making. Look, you can write yourself on water, you can write on air. You can pick your story or it can pick you. And no two are the same. But you still gotta scrawl it into the world. Yeah, that's my boy. Now you'll live.
Dad? Are you gonna be okay?
I'll be fine. Just remember, I love you. I broke some guy's jaw so you could be here.
Dad?
Bianca?
Who are you? A dream?
You're right. That girl you dreamed of so many times. This time she came to you.
Bianca, how did you... Jesus, you're soaked.
I don't want to talk. This 1 hour belongs to me. After that, you close your eyes and sleep. Tomorrow you'll wake up from a sweet dream, that's all.
Bianca, but tomorrow...
1 hour.
Who is it and what is it that's waiting to come into the world today? My father used to say that when he woke me up sometimes.
I just gotta score the sheetrock so it breaks out quiet. Give me the tool.
It's 10 to 9. You had to invite Officer Pup back here on our last morning, Miss Shit for Brains.
Did I know that damn department store was gonna burn down?
He burned it down. He burned it. What do you suppose? I know how that twisted mind works, and now he's ready to lam it out of here.
Be quiet. He's there. Let's just punch through and grab what we can and beat it, huh?
She's right, Mama. We're out of time.
20 years I waited, and I'm out of time because of you two cretins. Just wait until the motorcycle revs up again.
Sorry.
No problem. Really, my fault.
It's okay. Carnations. Perfect.
You don't understand. I never dream. Never. Not until last night.
Everyone dreams, you just haven't been paying attention.
But why would I have a dream like that? About someone old enough to be my father?
Bianca? Bianca? Hello? Bianca?
Mom? Mom!
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Your car never touched her. I was watching.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Look, she's okay. Like I told you, she just passed out is all.
Where'd she go?
Oh, thank God. Who?
The woman. The woman walking there.
What woman?
What's that way?
Nothing. The river.
Miss? Miss, wait.
It's money. It's money. I can feel it.
Hurry up, for shit's sake. It's 9 o'clock.
What's this? It's another nice pair of pants. Trousers, I mean.
Forget the wardrobe, nincompoop. Grab the bags. Give me.
Okay. All right, there's...
Okay. Come on.
There's more.
Come on.
All right.
Hurry up. Is that it? Any more?
No, that's it.
All right. Let's go. Come on.
What the hell is this?
You were right, Lupo. You got a soft head.
Where's Bianca?
You're too late. Too late. Too late for Red Riding Hood, Mr. Wolf.
You know what I tell every crook finally? Don't make it worse.
No. Too late. For both of us. Tough guy thinks he has something on me. Let's see what's in these pockets.
You're not gonna find anything.
Maxie, wait.
Wait, Hannibal. Where's Hannibal?
I thought Maxie had him. Why would I have him?
Idiots, morons, you left them!
Where the hell are you going?
We can't leave without Hannibal. We'll starve to death.
You're crazy. She's crazy. Mama, come back. Oh, come on, Aldo. You want to go to jail or you want to be a dabber hasher? Mama, meet us later. You know where? Oh, Jesus.
Mary and Joseph, where the hell are you running to?
To the laundry.
What about my perm? The laundry? Say, I wasn't born yesterday. What do you got in these bags, Aldo?
Clothes, I swear.
Aldo.
Listen,
Aldo.
we'll share. Even split, word of honor.
The joke's on me. Mea culpa. Full chagrin here.
What happened to it?
Say, you two weren't thinking of selling these on the street, were you?
What happened?
You better have a license then. Everything on the up and up.
Where is it? Where is it?
Who the hell's burning all this paper? Oh, these incinerators. They're killing us. I told you there was nothing. I don't give a flying turd about you. All I want is Bianca.
Even if I knew where she was, you're the last person in this world I would tell.
For Christ's sake, let me go find her. Vito Castelli? In here. Hurry up.
You're here too? What's going on?
Get me out of this chair, will you? This guy's got a bad case of confusion.
You're Vito Castelli?
Who are you?
Was your wife struck down by a car 20 years ago?
I've been waiting a long time for you.
I'm sorry. I'm here.
What took you so long?
Well, that's a yarn and a half. But I gotta tell it.
Sid. We can't say these things at an empty table. Here, cranberry bread. My daughter made it fresh.
Thanks.
Hey. Old gaffer egg, huh? You an old salt, too?
Hannibal! Oh, Hannibal! Did you think Mommy was gonna live without you? No.
You don't really see what a lonely place a city is until you lose someone in it. My father, he walked these streets alone for 4 years. What did he think about?
Yeah, Vito. Never been so happy in my life as when I'm on a sailboat. Doesn't matter what kind of boat, big or small. You got a dog in that closet?
What the?
Whoa! Jesus Christ. Aunt Morgan? You?
Yeah, Aunt Morgan, me. What about it? You're too late, Vito. You should have shared when you had the chance.
Sail away across the sea. Bring your weary heart to me.
Maybe it's true. Maybe our whole lives are like a pipe, only we don't see it. But we still gotta squeeze ourselves through one end to the other. Make our limbs move us, make our hearts push, till it's over. And then We understand.
On the shore of paradise, long before the break of day, sorrows all fade away. Oh, come to me. Oh, don't delay. Oh, turn to the sea. You'll find the way. Turn to the sea. Trust the wind to know the way. Turn to the sea. Come home to me. We'll play on golden sand, you and I.